Oh, I get it.
You understand me? You're 3/5. You are therefore not only low brains, criminal, but you are also a pushover. You're a pushover. They can do whatever they like. That's a theory with you and get away with it. They understand.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what, in looking at Professor Mandela's interview, one of the interviews with granted people, and he was recounting how he ended up in the dirty prison in so-called Robben Island. I hate referring to African, countries with the Jim Crow names. That makes it dumb. But so-called Robben Island was where they, put him in prison. And he arrived there and he saw the guards, the prison guards, looking at the black people coming in and then terrorizing them and trying to beat up, all these black people. And so they came to Professor Mandela and he looked the guard in the eye and he said to him, he says, look, if you touch me, I'm going to sue you and you're going to become a pauper. You're going to be so poor you won't believe it. Just try touching me. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Do you understand me? So he destroyed the guard's theory of saying, yes, because he's coming to prison, he's going to be a pushover. He destroyed that, even though he didn't have GAGUT in the 60s. But that's what he did. And so he watched a lot of horrors done to black people in the prisons. But you understand me? And he had to stay there for 27 years. But because they knew, they got a sense, this was a general. You understand? He was the commander of the military arm of the ANC. You understand?
Wow.
But that comes with intelligence. But you forfeited that intelligence when Jim Crow put the 3/5 attire on you and forces you to fit in that. It forces you into it. And so you begin to act and everything else, and the acting now is hard to detach from reality until GAGUT popped up. So GAGUT now has torn apart all that wrong attire already. They're in shreds. You just need to shake them off your body. You understand?
Yeah.
Make an appointment with a mayor right away. Get a group of you and take the two equations down there and discuss the matter. And you want the police in the next meeting, and the police will revise their 350 image of you. That's the basis of your assassinations right now. So it hurts me a great deal that it is going on when it is, you understand me? Or of course, like I told you previously, you have to go to PayPal before you go into the mayor's office. Because the PayPal people will inform you understand me? They will inform the mayor that mayor cannot use the regular semantics anymore in terms of trying to dissuade them and all that, because PayPal will verify to them that you have talked to them and they take you seriously. They know that you know who you are with a lot of confidence. Do you all understand?
Yeah.
So there's no reason why that should not be done tomorrow or next week. That's absolutely no reason. If you're hurt by Brother Clark's assassination, that's the way to go. That's a perfect solution. And you see the thing's going to work out like magic. Because they've been waiting for you to do that for the longest since 1990. There's no reason dragging anymore. You all understand? That's a practical. In other words, you can't talk about, well, GAGUT is not practical, because when GAGUT solves problems in this mode, it doesn't differentiate practical or non-practical. There's no such a thing as a non-practical problem. So a problem. Every problem is practical in GAGUT, in the minimum. You understand? So what you see here are practical solutions. You can't get more practical than eters of zero describing subatomic particles. Do you understand?
Right.
The same way, you can't get more practical getting a dynamics of eters of n that says you go to the PayPal, from there to the mayor's office and redefine yourself, shake off the torn wrong attire on your body and show him the new attire. So therefore, the police need to not only start operating my real reality, but must apologize from what has happened, especially in recent years. All that will happen right away. You understand me? Because there's no getting around what you're presenting. Do you understand?
Yes.
They certainly can't touch it as of n. Can you see anybody? Can you see somebody saying subatomic particles don't exist?
No.
That's the only way they can challenge eters of zero. Every piece, including those that are not known yet, they're all in eters of zero. And all the galaxies come out of many variations of n, from zero to infinity. There's none that's left out. Do you understand? So therefore, the suffering right now for our folks is unnecessary. Absolutely unnecessary. And that's why it hurts me. It definitely hurts me. You understand? The solution is so elegantly infallible and godly.
You know, Professor,
Yes.
I was speaking to my mother and I had let her know. I said, you know what? All the galaxies all combined, in one galaxy, our Milky Way galaxy, we got like, I guess 1 trillion stars or 1 trillion suns. That's just ours. Then you got 1 trillion galaxies. If you put them all together, they would look like an ant in comparison to God. And then she got a sense, what you were able to convey, about how God is too big. Not just big, but too big. We don't know. We think a mountain is big. We think a sun is large.
Right.
A galaxy is large. No.
Right.
We have to look past this material. And all of this is now, when you look at Edis of Infinity, now you're looking at God now.
That's right. That's it. That's why God is the one unbounded space-time of intelligence. Space-time of intelligence, I would call the universe, which can't expand. That's the building block. That will construct not only the totality of it, but individual components as well, like the subatomic particles to the solar systems, to the Afro-Protein units, to everything. It's in there. Everything. But because it's a space-time dynamics, everything is space-time. So when people are caught up in the whole dynamics of, this one is chemistry and all that, there's no such a thing in GAGUT. It's all space-time dynamics, all of them. So, you understand?
Yeah, because when I look at it, like when you talk about a space-time dynamic, that's fundamental geometry. That's right there where, like, you can't beat space, you can't cut space, you can't get rid of it, you can't touch it. It's an independent variable. It's you can't touch it.
Yes, Mr. Hearn. Mr. Hearn?
Yeah.
Can you go over what you were saying again?
Yeah, I was just saying how space is an independent variable, like you can't touch it.
Okay. Well, wasn't there something specifically you wanted to ask?
No, I was just reiterating, you know, how at a sub infinity is that particular space. It's the fundamental geometry.
It's the totality of all intelligence.
Correct.
Okay. Well, that's what we want to basically get everyone to understand. That God has blessed Professor Oyibo with that apus of infinity intelligence. So we need our people to understand that all solutions have already been contained within GAGUT, which is a product of that apus of infinity intelligence that God has permitted Professor Oyibo to have. Just hold on, everyone. Just a second.
Okay.
Just a second. Please hold, everyone.
Thanks. Right here?
Touch the screen anywhere. Touch the screen. Touch the screen again until you see the microphone come up.
Okay.
Touch the microphone.
Okay. Hello? Hello? Can everyone hear us?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, so you have all solutions to every problems. That means you're not supposed to have any problems right now. Do you understand? Do you understand, Sahern? Sister Q?
Yeah.
You'll understand?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, so why are you still having problems? Why you still have problems with the police?
Yeah.
That's what we need to work on, right? Isn't that right? You've been scrambled. I like to hear what you have to say, but Jim is scrambling. Hello?
Hello.
Yes.
With them other people too.
Yeah, I like everybody to
one more time, Professor.
Yes, I want everybody to speak their mind to me. Why are you still allowing the police to murder black people for nothing? Why? The GAGUTian people are the most precious members of the human family. Why are you allowing the when I've given you the solutions already? I like to get some kind of commitment, you know, for ending that unnecessary murder of our people. You understand?
Yeah.
So are we going to are we going to agree on a commitment in terms of what needs to be done?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
That's not a problem.
Yes. Praise God.
What I will do is continue to, I'll continue to share GAGUT and have people to, donate and register.
Yes.
I'll continue on Facebook and
yes,
encourage people to come to the briefings and match donations for historical Black colleges and universities, and continue to share GAGUT with people. And once I can get past Jesus, that Jesus syndrome, because that's a big block, the people.
Yes, sister.
Yes.
We understand. We understand that deal. And we're all with you on that.
Yes, sir.
And call us anytime we're in the environment, and we will show solidarity and tell them why it is okay. Actually, go ahead. After you finish, I have something to add to that. Okay, go ahead, sister.
Okay, but yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm still contacting people and encouraging for ones to put up to sponsor universities. I also have been talking to several people, but there's a gentleman at the University of Florida who is over the what is it, the Black Student Union, whatever. But
in the university.
Yes, at the University of Florida. But I've sent information. I talked to him a couple of times, but after a period of time, I'm my calls are being sent to voicemail a lot. I don't understand. I'm still trying to figure that one out. But I'm calling and sending texts with previous briefings and so forth. But good work.
Okay, for example, first of all, you need a critical mass to meet with the mayor. And the dynamics of the registration, you're going to build that critical mass. It doesn't even 10 people, provided that you have enough people among our people to be part of that process, not necessarily physically, but you know, they don't have to be physically present, but through the dynamics on the PayPal, and you know, send a representative, maybe 10 or even maybe 20 or something like that, that will make an appointment with the mayor. Do you understand? Miss Q.
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay, that's what needs to be done. But yes, you are in the business. Aside, I hope you're following on that as well. This is important. This is the practical skill, because especially after reporting what happened to you, that makes this a lot more serious. You understand? It's not, you're not supposed to talk directly to the police. You talk to the mayor. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And the mayor will bring both of you to the table, and then you're going to discuss GAGUT in there, and to be clear to every party. You understand me? And while you're at it, carry your Pentagon piece with you as well, where Black power protects this country. Do you understand me? Have that as a standby. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Because you understand, everyone is using theories. It's bad enough the theories, and that's what Sai was explaining before. You know, we had a little break there. You understand me? Theory is no match for a theorem, except you have all the totality of theorems right in here in Eta Savant. So no one should mess with you anymore, and you don't have to make them understand that with any violence. There is no room for violence in all this. Do you understand me? You go and you show your power. Reverend King showed a moral power. You understand? Even though it's backed with intelligence, but in this case, you have a God order. Do you understand?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
You're not begging anyone, and yet you're not using violence in the process. That's what makes it extraordinarily godly. Do you understand that?
I understand. Yes.
This is important. This is the ultimate power. You've shown, if you take Jim Crow on anything they do, you understand, and that you can start it with the boxing and everything else. Do you understand me? They're no match. Do you understand? Muhammad Ali, show me anybody in the non-Black class that matches that name. Do you understand me? None. You understand that?
Yes.
But,
yes, I do. They're scrambling, but I do.
Well, that is their power. That's the kind of power they have. You know, but the first, it begins by giving you a false sense of security that, oh, gee, they already have it, so you don't need to do yours. Russia had to get out of that particular mode when they dropped a few dynamics and said, no, we're not going to rely on you to supply anything to us that is of strategic nature for our stuff. But you understand, they come to give you free email and you think, wow, that's it. You know, you don't need to do anything anymore. Do you understand? This point is extremely critical. Do you understand?
Yeah, I'm catching on bits and pieces. They scrambling it so bad, Professor.
In other words, Jim Crow has an application of their military strategy in their dealings with the public. So they set up Yahoo email, they set up Bing email, they set up MSN email, they set up Gmail emails, and they give it, you know, it seems as if it is free. They understand?
I got it.
But so what I'm trying to get you to let go is this dynamics of saying, oh, because something's free, appears to be free to you, you don't have to scratch your head to develop that kind of thing for yourself. or because something's free, it looks as if it's free on the internet for you, you don't need to think about, just go and use it. Do you understand me?
Yeah.
Okay. Now that's a trap. That's a trap. A very, very serious trap. See, if I was to do that, GAGUT wouldn't be here today. Oh, I would say, gee, I should go and read relativity and read Stephen Hawking and read all this other stuff, you know, and then I just get satisfied with what is in their works. Read Newton, read Maxwell, read Gauss, okay, read Euler, read Newton. You understand me? That's all I need to do. No, I brushed down all that aside and I said, God, let me connect with you. Let me begin to understand from scratch. I don't need to take anybody's assumptions. You understand me? Now, that is you understand, that is the way to go. And you have to see all these things that are supposedly existing, that, you know, that's supposed to convince you don't need to scratch your head, as a stumbling block, as a military strategy against your own victory. You understand?
Wow, thank you for that.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Yes. You have to shun freebie. There's no such a thing as a free lunch. That's Jim Crow's own words. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand that. I don't do free lunches anyway.
Absolutely, because see, oh yeah, why don't you just, you know, you don't have to pay for registration to come into the briefing. Well, yes, Jim Crow seems like they're getting it for free, but it's no free lunch because they can't ask me specific questions. Do you understand? When they get it for free. Do you understand? They depend on you to send in questions so they can learn from that. They cannot make much progress that way. Do you understand?
Yes, I do. Praise God.
Praise God. So the same way, when you don't come into the briefing, there are things on your mind, there are things that you can't understand. You'll be stuck with that. That's number one. But equally important is number two, which says something that you did not pay for, you can never get any real use out of it. And Jim Crow is
slavery, right? That's the whole question of slavery right there.
Exactly. So the so-called slavery, that's why I said don't use the word, because what did they get from it? Nothing. You understand? Colonization, nothing. Absolutely nothing, because they're back to square one. We're back to GAGUT again. Do you understand? Do you all understand?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Africa that was imported to cover all that up has been wiped out. Now you're back to GAGUT or the Maland. Or you understand me? That's, you understand me? Al-Kibulan. Al-Kibulan is the Maland. You understand? The Maland. Kibulan. So therefore,
our land.
That's our land. That's the GAGUT. We're back to GAGUT again. And this time is forever, because GAGUT is eta sub n and eta sub infinity. So there's no getting around that. Once you have you push a God order to an infallible theorem and equation, is sealed, is done forever. All right? Now, but therefore, you have to shun a thing where you have to get something free from Jim Crow.
But you know what, Professor? On this point, you are on point, because right now, Facebook is in a lot of hot water, because what they did was, just like you said, you could sign up for free. You could put all your personal information on here, and we're not going to share it. But they did share their information. And, you know, they were able to do all, like you said, it was all military. People were swaying elections and all of this stuff. And it's just like you said, they had a military strategy behind it. But we thought it was just fun and games, you know.
Yes. Well, so you're so rich you don't need anything free from anyone.
Praise God.
Praise God. So
Praise
therefore,
God.
so that protects you from being conned into a false sense of security. That's what it is. And you can see what has been happening with the broadcast here, which is part of that. You understand me? And the scrambling and everything else that came from that false sense of security. All right. So you will allow that to slide. What you do is buy up. If you can't start something from scratch, take over the stuff that is designed to give you a false sense of security, and then take it over and expand it. You understand? That's what the Jewish people had to do with their art, the New York Times. All right? They took over the New York Times and expanded it.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what you need to do. Take over the Google Hangout and the YouTube. Take it over.
Okay.
That's right. And
it's done.
Yeah, that's right. That's so. Therefore, in that way, you understand. You're in total control. There won't be any more scrambling. You understand me?
Yeah, because I don't preach that.
I know. I know. But so therefore, you have solutions to every problem. See, what I'm saying is that God ordered me, and when the scripture say you're more close to God than any of us, he was stating a theorem. He had to swear before stating that theorem, infallible truth. And if he didn't do that, he would belittle himself. That's what others try to do. You understand? And in the process, they belittle themselves. They become irrelevant. You understand? So a real mathematician would not like to do anything like that. So therefore, now you have no excuse now when in terms of being stuck with any problem, because you have all the solutions to every problem right there in it. That's why I gave you an example from a Riemann hypothesis every broadcast when I have an opportunity. Do you understand me? Because that is a practical problem that's extremely difficult. But first, I start with eta sub n itself. Before 1990, it did not exist.
Amazing.
Yeah, but it's right here. And I go over and I showed you how it solves all problems. All existence are solutions to the mysteries of existence. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, subatomic particle is a mystery. How did it come into existence? Eta sub 0. That solved that mystery for you. Do you understand?